Well, hi everyone, and welcome to Navigate Life Mindfully. This is episode number 3, Change Your Programming. I'm Ron Demonay, and my goal is to show you how we have much more power over our lives than we think we do. We're not victims. And I also want to talk about some very simple tools that we can use in our day-to-day life as we navigate things and just to make things easier, help us learn how to create the life we really want. If this is something you want to learn more about, I ask that you please like and subscribe to our channel and join us on the journey. I think it'll be fun. So with that, let's get started. Thought leaders have been telling us for centuries that we have much more control over our life than we think we do. We can consciously create and or change our life for the better, but we just don't seem to be listening. Henry Ford once said that whether you believe you can or you can't, either way, you're right. And so what's he saying? Well, he's saying is we've got the power inside of ourselves to do what we want to do and create our world. It's up to us to decide if and how we use it. In the first 2 episodes, I gave you an assignment to dream. I wanted you to imagine this wonderful, stress-free life where you were doing the things that you really loved. I wanted you to put aside old limiting beliefs and history and just think about something great for the future. And in doing this, I wanted you to focus on the feeling, just the feeling. Put aside all the details. Don't worry about the who, what, where, when, etc., etc. Just think about the feeling and soak that feeling in. The details, they'll reveal themselves later. We also talked about what gets in the way of our dreaming, what stops us from dreaming new realities. Basically, 2 major things. One is the past, old habits, old beliefs. And the second thing was stress. And so in the last episode, we talked about stress a little bit and how we might do something about it. This episode, we're going to go back and talk about the first thing, and that's the past, the old habits, the old beliefs, where they come from, what we do with them. So my background is engineering. I'll admit it, I'm an engineering nerd. I love to figure out why things work the way they do and then use that knowledge to create something new or better moving forward. So thinking about dreaming and creating something new in our life, I wanted to know about that creative process. What is it? How does it begin? How do we use it? And then how can we consciously use it moving forward whenever we want to? So I'm going to put up a graphic now, and I want you to ponder this while I talk to it for just a minute. See, I see a close comparison between a personal computer and the human body. The computer and the human body are essentially like the hardware. Here you've got this laptop sitting on your desk, and it's got a nice case, and inside there are different components, and everything comes together in a nice little package. Well, the same is true with the body. You've got this nice little package, and you've got this covering on it, skin covering, and inside you've got all these organs and systems, etc. But the truth is, both require software to run them. In other words, programs. So think about this. You build a new computer, you have a fancy new case, and you open it up, and you put in this big central processing unit and some memory. You got a keyboard, you got a fan in there, you seal it back up, and you hit the on button, and what happens? Absolutely nothing. What does it take? Well, it takes an operating system. It takes programs. Well, the same is true for the human body. And think about that for a little bit. We come into this world, this little baby pops in the world, and you've got this nice little package. You've got this great little skin covering, and you've got all these organs and systems, etc. But it really can't do anything, right? It takes an operating system. So for a human being, how do we form this programming? How do we form the operating system? Well, it's our experiences in life. It's being around our family and friends, being around society in general. That's what shows us how to function in the world. And it forms our beliefs, our programs. And you'll notice I use the word programs sometimes and I use the word beliefs sometimes. And when I'm talking about a human, they're really interchangeable. Programs, beliefs, same thing. So, seeing the mind as the operating system, let's dig deeper and see that the mind has two distinct divisions. You have a conscious mind and a subconscious mind. So the conscious mind is where we think abstractly. We experience the world getting input through our senses, our sight, smell, taste, touch, hearing. And then we take all that data and, we evaluate it. We compare it to what we already know, contrast it with other things. And in the process, we form these beliefs, these programs. And this is where our short-term memory resides. The conscious mind has minimal multitasking ability. We can only handle a few things at a time, maybe 1 to 3 at the most. Studies have actually shown that it processes at a very modest 40 bits of information every second. And then we move to the subconscious mind. This is the powerhouse. This is the superstar. This is the part of the mind that essentially rules our life. 95% of the time, it is our subconscious that is producing the thoughts and emotions and reactions to the world. And it's a master multitasker. It handles thousands of events at a time, like monitoring all of our body functions. Studies have shown that it processes over 40 million bits of information every second. And this is where our long-term memory resides, where our beliefs are, where our programs are. Nobody knows how many of these programs are in there. Who knows, maybe millions. And most of these programs and these beliefs are life-affirming. I think they allow us to walk and talk and function in the world. But there are also life-limiting and life-destroying programs that have been created over time. These are the ones that hold us back. These are the ones that keep us from realizing our conscious dreams. And so this is where becoming mindful is so important. Being aware when one of these limiting programs is running so we can take conscious actions to override it. We're just scratching the surface on this, and we'll explore it more in future episodes. So, right now, let's talk about your assignment for the coming week. I've introduced the premise that we have the ability to change our life, change our programming, create new positive habits. So, this exercise is about convincing you that reprogramming is really possible. And once you really believe that, once you really know it's true, then things start to happen. So, building on last week's assignment, this week's assignment is to create a stress-reducing habit, one that you can use every day, anytime you need it. So, we're going to employ the simple breathing technique we talked about last time. And instead of just using it for relaxing, we're going to use it anytime we get stressed out, etc., when we have a chance. Talk about it for just a minute. If you remember, it was just very simple. You sit back and you close your eyes, lower your eyes maybe a little bit, and just breathe. Breathe at just a regular, simple pace. And you feel it. You feel the in-breath. You feel your stomach expand as you inhale, and then when you exhale, you feel it falling back in. And you listen to the air. You listen to the air on the in-breath. You listen to the air as you exhale. And you just focus on breathing. Thoughts come by every now and then. That's okay. Don't get wrapped up in them. Just let them pass by. Just focus on your breathing. And what you'll notice is, after several minutes, the stress just seems to melt away. You get into a relaxed state. And that's what we're looking for. It's a tool to help us relax. And we can use it anytime during the day, when you can take a breath. So I want you to use this technique when you find yourself stressed out. And once you see how effective it is, you're going to want to do it more and more. it's going to be a habit. You are going to reprogram your subconscious and create a new program, a new habit. And this is a life enhancing habit. This is one that's going to help you navigate things easier. It's going to help you dream more effectively. It's one that you're going to use a lot. And in the process, you're going to convince yourself, hey, I really can reprogram. I really can change my life. So as we move forward, you'll find as we build one success on another, learn more and more, things are going to get easier. And so once you have that belief in place that you can change things, then you're going to start changing other things, and it's become easier and easier. And then the sky's the limit. It doesn't have to be something simple about learning how to breathe and relax. You can tackle bigger problems, and you can tackle them. If you can reprogram and tackle small problems, you can reprogram and tackle big problems. So in our next episode, we're going to dig deeper into this. We're going to get into that subject of programs and beliefs that are in the subconscious mind. And we'll look at ways of identifying them so that we see them when they pop up. And then talk about ways that we can let them go and then reprogram what we want. So I'm going to wrap things up for now. Remember, there are 2 simple things that will change your life immediately. Make life easier for you immediately. Number 1, be grateful. Be grateful for all the good things you have in life. Remember the saying, the more grateful you are for what you have, the more you will have to be grateful for. It creates an energetic state in your body that just invites good things in. You'll love it. Second thing is just be kind. Let's cut other people some slack. Let's cut ourselves some slack. Everybody's doing the best they can. Life ain't easy sometimes. That's just the way it is. So, 2 things, gratitude and kindness. You practice these 2 things every day, and I guarantee you, life will be easier. You'll love it. So with that, I'm going to say so long for now. If you have any comments or thoughts, hope you'll go to my website, rondemonecoaching.com, leave me a message, or you can email me directly, rondcoaching@gmail.com. I'll try to get back to you as best I can, either personally or on the air. But until then, I want to say thank you for joining in and look forward to talking to you next week. Bye now.